After helping founders raise over 50 million in grants and venture capital, I've learned one major thing. Raising money isn't about who has the best pitch deck or who has the prettiest packaging or brand, and it's not even about who works the hardest. It's about communication. And after watching founders win and lose, literally millions, I'm about to walk you through the biggest lessons I've learned and how they tie directly into my F.U.N.D method, the method I created after realizing founders don't need more fluff, they need an actual system. One pattern I've seen across every founder who wins money is this. They can clearly articulate the problem they solve and why they're the ones to solve it in one sentence. Most founders talk in circles or hope that they're talking to someone who understands their industry. But the founders who raise loads of money frame the problem so clearly that investors immediately understand the pain point and the opportunity and then can go explain it to your target consumer for you. Now, if your problem or solution statement requires a visual to understand it, already lost them. You want to describe what you're doing in a way that someone can easily visualize it and even envision how the target consumer will use or benefit from it without having to see it. The next thing I learned from over 50 million in funding wins is simple scales, complex fails. Founders love talking about how technical something is or how complicated their IP might be or all these new features they want to add. But investors don't invest in complexity, and their inability to understand will cost you a next meeting and even a check. The best founders unpack their solution something like this. Here's my story and how it relates to the problem. Here's data to back it up, and it's a real problem. Here's how our solution solves it directly. Here's why it matters. And I also hear most founders talk about traction and then apologize for it. I know this isn't a lot, or we're still early, or we don't have much yet. But traction isn't just about your numbers, it's about the narrative behind it. You can be pre-revenue and still show how powerful traction is through wait lists, pilots, partnerships, user demand, testimonials, and any proprietary elements you're protecting. So this is the final piece of the F.U.N.D method, and the one that separates the 2% who raise money from the 98% who don't. It's deal readiness. Deal readiness is not having a perfect pitch deck or having every single financial detail figured out or having a flawless product. Deal readiness is being able to communicate your value quickly, having a clear use of funds, having a realistic financial model and projections, knowing your next milestones, and understanding what you're asking for and why. Because investors don't care if you're perfect. They care if you're prepared. Every founder I've helped secure major funding had this in common. They were organized, clear, and confident. Not loud, not flashy, not perfect, just prepared. If I had to summarize the top lessons from helping founders raise multi-millions, it's clear communication wins and gets you in the right rooms and with the right people 100 times faster. And traction is a narrative, not a number. Investors fund people, not decks. The best founders ask better questions. Money does follow momentum, and your communication and your story can become your superpower. If you learn how to communicate like a fundable founder, you're going to win more funding opportunities than people with twice your traction. If you want more videos around capital communication and investor relations, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know what topic you want me to break down next.